And welcome to a Monday morning. It is the last Monday of the year.
Sure it is. Sure enough.
It is.
It is. The Monday after Christmas and the Monday before New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited for a new year? Are you excited
Sure.
about putting on your checks 2024 for the next 3 or 4 months?
It will happen. It will happen. But I don't write a lot of checks, thankfully.
You know, I think people should have checks.
I
And
do
they should
too.
have real cash in their pockets.
I agree.
We have a little trendy
there's a
thing
little story about
keeping real money in your pocket. We'll talk about that a little later.
When I have it in my pocket, I tend to use it maybe before I put it on my credit card. And the only reason I use my credit card, which I use for everything and then pay it
Right.
off every month, is because I get Amazon points.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to use it. Duh.
Well, I use my money clip.
Mm-hmm.
You take the dollar bills out of it, and it's full of credit cards. That's how I keep my credit card.
That's kind of scary.
Why?
I should show you a thing that I got richer that was really cool.
Yeah, but I don't like the bulk.
It's about that thick.
Does it go in your pocket? Mm-hmm. Does it have credit cards?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
You push a little thing, and it pops them up so you can see
Oh,
the
yeah.
card.
Okay.
But you can only probably put 3 or 4 in there.
No, I've probably got
But
10 in
I'm
there.
thinking something's going to fall through there sometime.
no.
What if you got it caught on something? Yes, it could.
Well, if it's in my pocket, it'd have to rip my pants
but don't
off.
you ever take it out? I mean, isn't
I
that
take
the whole
it.
point?
Yeah, I take it out. I'm pretty careful.
What if you caught? Okay.
I mean, when I go to check out, I do this. I pull the card out. Here you go.
Here's what. Is that an Amazon card too?
Amazon? No. You want
Just
to know the
being
number?
nosy. Yeah.
The number
Just the
is
security number, please.
BR 549-662500.
I would if I carried my credit cards like that, I would have to count them every time because I'd be paranoid that I was going to lose them.
No.
Sorry.
And I put my driver's license there too, so I don't have
That's
to
not you.
fumble.
That's not you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Anywho,
When you get pulled over by a cop, you don't want to be looking in the
Fumbling.
console because he's like,
No.
oh, he's going for a gun.
yeah.
No.
Anyway, well, that was quite interesting, Dan.
Oh, well, I just thought I
How much money you got there?
Well, see, what the reason I made the comment is because I keep money over my credit cards, and then my money clip keeps everything tight.
Oh,
So if I start, you says if I have money, I'll spend it.
yes.
So I have that money there to keep my money clip tight. So if I start using this money, if I use a 20, I'll say I'll get change and it'll equal out. So I don't use the money. I don't. It's boy, that was long and drawn out. Okay.
Happy Monday, Dan.
I'm not going to explain anything to you again.
You know what? Yes, you will.
Was that considered mansplaining?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But
I get what you're doing. I get the gist of
Yeah,
it. It was
well,
just
it
the way
just
you went
happened.
about it. Just was just
It
interesting to watch.
It just happened that way. I used to carry a wallet, and I lost wallets, and I lost cards, and it's separate from the body. This is more connected to me. Anyway.
Okay.
You
You could get a fanny pack and just put it around you, and you'd have it
I
with you.
got one
Why don't you wear it?
somewhere.
We
It's
won't make fun
from
of
the
you
80s.
or anything.
Well, yeah, you would. You'd make fun of me
I
very.
don't know because it's kind of like girls have gone back to it, but they wear it across this way. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
shoulder.
Well, it's how you wear it,
So
yeah.
now it's really
Okay,
cool.
so if I get a long strap, I can wear it.
you can have a merce,
Yeah, Merce.
man purse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Dan,
Oh, man.
you had a good weekend.
I did. We had a family over for Christmas on Saturday, and they stayed, and we had the perfect amount of food. Can you believe it?
Did you do the charcuterie?
We did the charcuterie, and then we did other things. We made Sydney made her signature meatballs.
Oh,
Man, these things were so good.
good.
And she put them in a pan this big.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see that? Well, you can't see. Hold on a second. The pan was this big, and this deep.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's deep.
And there were almost 2 layers of she misread the directions.
Oh no!
And put twice as much meat in there. Anyway, she learned some cooking lessons in the kitchen. And she spices it with whatever, I don't know, but it was really good. But everybody just devoured them.
It's a good thing she made extra.
Yeah, so we had nothing hardly left at all. But we had a good time.
Well, good. I'm glad.
And then we had our family Christmas Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was very nice, very nice.
Good.
Anyway.
Your family wasn't able to get together till then, or
Yeah,
anyway, it didn't work out that way. So
yeah, and then we played games and all that stuff you do, and you connect with family. It's fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad.
But and I'm going hiking this afternoon.
Yes.
So that was on my list before the end of the year to do. And today will probably be the last nice day to do anything.
I keep reading about how the Arctic is coming after us.
You want to read about how bad it's going to be?
Today it said patchy fog, but I didn't see any fog. Well, I guess I did in the valley, but anyway, before 10 a.m. Otherwise sunny with a high of 61. Winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds with a low of 39, breezy. And then tomorrow's mostly cloudy with a high of 45, with wind gusts possible up to 30 miles per hour.
That's
ushering
cold.
In, we're
Arctic
fixing
freeze.
to get hit. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 26, and then New Year's Day is sunny with a high of 44, and New Year's night is a low of 27. Go ahead.
And then Thursday, it looks like mostly sunny, high 48. It may warm up just 2 degrees, and then overnight low for Thursday is 26, below freezing, of course. Make sure those your water sources for your animals are thawed out. Friday, high 44, low 23. Saturday and Sunday, looks like the highs are going to be in the lower 40s.
If you have hoses hooked up, unhook them.
Yep, unhook them. Or drain them.
Drain those babies.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Goodness gracious. Excuse me.
Did you trip?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. You want to do some...
Let's ponder something.
Did you read those that
I did.
I submitted?
I did.
Were they okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This first one was rather hard for me, actually. What happened to it?
I don't know where they're at.
How interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. Hot buttons are not there, so let's just do this. Topic to ponder.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay. What are you holding on to that's holding you back?
This has me stumped completely. Because I think I could have answered it differently even 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And that would have been fear, probably.
So you're not in fear anymore?
Well, it depends. No, I do have periods of fear, but I'm less fearful.
Okay.
Like I said, it stumped me.
I think fear is a huge component in people's lives. They are afraid of what you may think.
Mm-hmm.
If you do something, you base things on your decisions. You base things on what someone else will perceive you to be, or why you made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I think that can enter many facets of your life. You know, not just being, I'm scared to go try and do something. It's like you said, fear of what people think.
Right.
I've gotten to the point where this is me, you know, and not be fearful of the fact that I may not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay.
And I think the older a person gets and the more wisdom they accumulate and the more they realize that none of that matters, they just do what they want to do. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it's fear. I think fear is holding people back from doing what they would really want to do.
And you've seen a change within yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah. And for other people, it may be money, it may be relationship, it may be maybe their job holding them back from doing what they want to do. The commitment to a family,
right?
All those things.
Well, we would like for you to go on our Facebook page. The graphic is up.
What
Poor
are you
Hillary.
holding on to that's holding you back is today's question.
Hillary's husband said, "That's a tough one, probably my wife." And I said, "You should hear what she said." And poor little Leslie King must be sick. He says today it's 102 fever and he can barely move.
Oh, that's what's holding
Sorry,
me back.
you're sickly, buddy.
Oh, boy, not good.
No.
There's been some sickness going on.
My husband had been a little ill.
Yeah.
And like he's been down in the basement sleeping, all of it.
Trying to, yeah.
Well, trying to not infect me for one,
Right.
and also just because it was dark down there and he could,
Yeah.
you know, he didn't feel like he was imposing or anything, and he coughed and you know, all that mess.
Probably
But
get caught
he
up
finally
on all
got some
this.
steroids, and that has seemed to help
Okay.
quite a bit. But
All
anyway,
right. Yeah, well, this is the time of the year for flu and
yeah.
flu season, sickness.
Yeah.
I've not heard anything about COVID.
Well, I'm
rearing
sure
its
you know
ugly
this
head.
could have been. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't test like we did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
just stay home
Yeah, just stay home.
if at all possible. So
All right.
anyway,
Are you
yes.
you ready for Today in History? You
Yes,
go to
I
our
am.
Facebook page, and if you want to answer the question, today's question is, what are you holding onto that's holding you back?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, we can't play the first one.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today.
I was just going to jump on in there,
We'll
Dan.
just go ahead.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
I was just
matter.
going to dive into it.
We
but
don't need to format this show. We don't have no structure whatsoever.
Sometimes it'd be fun just to be haywire. 76 years ago, Cole Porter's Kiss Me Kate opened on Broadway, and the clip was Too Damn Hot.
Okay.
Negotiations between Presidential Advisor Dr. Kissinger and North Vietnam Special Advisor Le Duc Tho and Minister Xuan Thuy will be resumed in Paris on January 8th.
This was back in 1972, 52 years ago. The United States halted its heavy bombing of North Vietnam, and White House spokesman Gerald Warren announced that the two countries would resume peace talks. Back in 72, this is, back in those days, they had a draft.
Mm-hmm.
And, people in high school were,
Right.
like, do I join or do I go in the draft? And they ended the draft, and I had already signed up to go for the draft and everything. And they abolished it. I mean, they just stopped it. I never got any notices after that. So anyway,
Wow.
it was a weird time back
Yeah.
in those days.
He deserves what he got. I think he deserves more than that. I don't think there is a punishment bad enough for him for what he did to those people.
15 years ago, Iraq hanged former dictator Saddam Hussein. This Iraqi American in Michigan was thrilled of that news. I botched that to death. That's okay.
Hi, everybody. We have a great show today.
This is a birthday cut. TV host Meredith Vieira was born on this day. She is 71 today. Her credits include 60 Minutes, Today, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and The Meredith Vieira Show, and The View.
I forgot she was on The View.
Was she really? She didn't stay there
I didn't
long,
really
did
watch.
she?
I haven't really ever jumped on board with that.
Nope.
And good morning. Welcome to Today on a Monday morning, and it truly is a new day around here. I'm Matt Lauer.
Ugh, I don't know when he said that, but poor disgraced former Today host Matt Lauer was born this day 67 years ago. Happy birthday to
Yeah, I
him.
wonder what he's doing now.
I don't know.
He was beloved by a lot of people.
He was.
Yeah, seemed like
An all-around nice guy.
Yeah. And then,
Pervert.
well, that's their side of the story. I want to know what his side of the story
Have
is.
we not heard?
I don't
He said he
know.
did wrong.
Well, then
He
there you go.
admitted guilt.
Perv.
Exactly.
Any golfer who's a kid has always dreamt of playing the Masters and winning it. I was able to do that.
Golfer, this is you.
This is sorry.
Hello.
This is me. Golfer Tiger Woods was born on this day back in 1975. He's 49 today. Woods became the youngest player ever to wear the green jacket when he won the Masters at the age of 21.
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't know, man. That was disrespectful. And I don't like the way she said it. Like, he's a man. He's a man? So what are we?
Birthday cut. Singer and actor Tyrese Gibson was born this day 46 years ago. We know him best as Roman Pierce in the Fast and Furious movie series.
And our last birthday cut is singer Ellie Golding. And she was born 38 years ago, and she debuted a song called Lights.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't play that.
No, we can't. Hey.
Yes.
After we take a break, we will have Amanda Chitsey in the studio, and she's going to give us updates on 3 wishes for Ruby's residents and talk about something that happened, I guess, over the summer that didn't get a lot of press.
Oh, okay.
But
she got
benefited.
The scoop?
Yes, she does. So we're going to talk about that.
Okay. We'll talk with Amanda Chitsey in just a few minutes. Stick around, stay with us. You're listening to and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have in the studio Amanda Chitsey, and she's with Three Wishes. And
for Ruby's residence.
For Ruby's residence, yes. I just call it Three Wishes.
I know. I think most people in town probably know that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. We just wanted to have you come in and just kind of update us on what's going on. And you guys, I mean, we talked a little bit during the break here, and you guys are busy.
Yes,
and you're growing and going through some growing pains too, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a busy time of year.
What I mainly wanted to hit on is an event that happened back, you said, the end of the school year, and you had a special visitor with I'm just going to let you tell our viewers and listeners all about this, but there was a special event that kind of didn't get enough press, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Danny Goki is a Grammy-nominated singer. He's one of the most popular Christian singers in America, and he has a nonprofit organization called Better Than I Found It, and they just randomly called us in kind of late winter of this year and said, we want to help you. Our nonprofit specializes in providing tangible items to nonprofit to make them better as a business. So, which was unheard of, because usually when people give us $1, they fully expect that dollar to go towards clothes or wishes or things for a senior. Whereas Danny's organization actually gives you a refrigerator or helps you with IT solutions or things like that to actually make you structural
more
things
business
to make you
oriented,
so you have a bigger impact.
Right.
So it's really great, and I actually thought it was a prank because I thought they're not real.
I didn't fall out of the sky like that.
It was, and the girl that answered, our employee that answered the phone that day is Leslie, and the girl asked her, what could we do from that standpoint to make you better? And she said, well, it rained today, and it's leaking, literally leaking all over me. We have 20, because our building is 100 years old, so it had a very leaky roof, and our kitchen was terrible because it had old tin ceilings that had gaps in them, and things would randomly fall out, and our refrigerator was donated, and no matter how much I bleached it, it still had black so it's just gross, and no one wanted to. Our seniors love fruits, and nobody wanted to prep anything in that kitchen. So those were the two ideas that she gave Danny's nonprofit. And then so behind the scenes for 2 months, Danny and his team were planning on coming to Harrison, and
you did not.
No, I knew that part.
Okay.
And they had to find a contractor and a roofer and someone to paint. And so they were, behind the scenes for months, they were working with our community and with people in our community and businesses and, appliance people.
Here locally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And so it was a beautiful story that was just building and building. Yeah. And after he got a little more comfortable, he actually said that he was going to bring his children here, which was a shock because he'd never brought his kids on any of his missions before. So we felt really honored that he was going to do that, and we found a way to incorporate his kids in our mission. So he drove to Harrison in his giant tour bus, and it was beautiful. What you would envision as a singer's tour bus came to Harrison, and we had to block off parking for it. And his kids came out, and they were just wonderful. He went to a nursing home, and this is my favorite part because most people in his caliber wouldn't consider going to a nursing home.
Right.
In the years that I've been doing this, I've never heard of it. I've never seen a TikTok or anything of someone of his caliber singing in a nursing home.
Right.
But not only did he go, but he chose one of our nursing homes that isn't shiny and fancy, and his kids just really it just hugged. I mean, there was no judgment. They hugged everyone and they treated him like their own family. And he's
genuine, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes, he's earned everything. I mean, he is exactly what he says he is, and so is his wife and his kids and his entire team. But I sat there in that room full of seniors, and he sang "Amazing Grace" a cappella. And it was just,
whoa.
I mean, the tears were, and I wish that someone had gotten that on video. I didn't have my phone out. I was just in the moment and really enjoying it. But it was truly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen or heard. And I think I'll remember that for decades to come. I think everyone in the room will. And our seniors, even the ones that can't really talk anymore, you could just see, what it meant to them. I mean, they were mesmerized the whole time.
Wow.
And then we had a Nerf gun war, and, it was just really fun. Yeah. And it was really fun. It was a great day. And he ate in our restaurants. I think they went to Jamie's for breakfast, and I know they went to Colton's for a late ate lunch. And so it was just great to see him here and to have a positive experience in our community. And I think that was the best part of the story. It's
He
really the
doesn't.
best
He
part.
doesn't come off as arrogant, and I've
No,
seen him in
no.
person. You know,
Yeah.
and he's the same way there too.
Oh,
Even
good.
with his performance type stuff. You know, he's very
Right.
genuine.
I felt the same way. I was very impressed, and I was so grateful for, the upgrades they did to our
So,
kitchen.
can you specifics tell us more about the upgrades themselves?
Yeah,
Which
so
kind-
our roof leaks a lot less. So they never agreed to do the whole roof because that's like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And so they did about $5,000 worth of repairs, which really fixed the leaks back there in the kitchen, and then the ones that were leaking on our wishes, like our clothes and stuff. So now we just use like 3 buckets instead of 20, which is so
Hey,
much
that's
better.
progress,
I'll
right?
take it any day. And then for the kitchen, they took down the old ceiling tiles that had gaps in them, and they put up a corrugated tin. In our kitchen, you have to understand, is like a camper. It's really small. We don't have a stove or anything
Yeah,
like
it's not
that.
a full
but we
size.
just do fruit prep and vegetables and salads. They love that type
Yeah.
of stuff. And they put in a countertop that was clean, and then they moved our sink over, so our mop sink is not 2 inches from our cleaning sink. So they put a door on our cleaning closet, so now our brooms and our mops are actually,
Wow.
at least you can't see them
Right.
while you're cutting up
Yeah.
fruit. And then they didn't let us see any of this, so we knew it was I knew it was happening. Ruby didn't know what they were doing. They had the whole area closed off, and so they did this big reveal, and
Wow,
we
that
didn't.
was
I
cool.
didn't know what they were doing. But what was so special is not only did they make it functional and clean, but they made it so cute. Like, it looks like something that would come off the TV network. I mean, it was like they painted the walls this really pretty blue, and it just looked like
Yeah.
like an interior designer did. I didn't expect that at all.
That's
I just
cool.
thought I was getting a
Wow.
functional kitchen, and so it really made Ruby and I cry when we saw that because it
bet.
was. It was so junky. We have before and after photos, and so that's what they did for us.
Can people see those on Facebook? Maybe the
Yeah.
before and afters.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a good. Facebook might drive me crazy, but it certainly that's how I found out about this.
Yeah. Yes.
and realized that we really didn't know enough. At the time.
Yes. So I think if they go to 3 Wishes for Ruby's Residence on Facebook, and they just enter a search for Danny Goki, that video will come up, and it's really great because it shows you this before, and then it shows you the after, and it's remarkable. Yeah.
But while you're there, you can check out all the things that 3 Wishes.
Oh, yeah, we do a lot.
does. I mean, they do.
Yeah.
And you mentioned today's an off day, but you're working.
It's a 10-hour day today, and I knew it would be, so I'm dressed and ready for the all
And
this
you have
stuff.
a board that helps direct.
Yes, we do. We have a board, and we have a meeting tonight, and they're wonderful people, and I think I've always been a nurse practitioner, and so when I entered the nonprofit world, unexpectedly, it's very humbling because I was all of a sudden like a grown woman who had no clue what she was doing, and so at every turn I was reminded of that, how painful it was to have to learn a new craft. And so our board is comprised of people who know 10 times more than I do, and that's really the best and the smartest way to do it, is to bring people to your table that can help you grow.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done. And so when I don't know what to do, I know that I can turn to my right or my left and just say, okay, what would you do, or what is your experience tell you to do? And so we really have a great board, and we're about to add a new member who's an attorney. I've wanted an attorney on the board for a long time, and we're going to vote tonight for adding one in Louisiana, so I'm excited about that. And she's like a geriatric attorney. She specializes in estates and things like that. So I think
Well,
again,
I would think that would be right in
it's a good
line.
fit.
Yeah, good fit.
Yes.
Wow.
Other than leaky roofs, what are some of the immediate needs that you would like people to know about?
Well, it seems like there's always a list of things we can never have enough of. And I know today is our paper product day. So most people don't realize that in assisted living centers, paper products are not covered. So when we first took that over and I started asking them what their 3 wishes were, it was automatic, toilet paper and paper towel.
Basic.
And cat food. So it was horrible. I mean, it was very, very sad. It brought me back to the first days of 3 Wishes when people used to ask me for clothes. And so now we don't make them ask for toilet paper anymore. As soon as we realize
You
that
just
that
do
was,
it.
we just go over there and do it. So today's paper day. We're going to bring 3 baseball carts of paper products to them, and that'll last them a month or so, and then we'll go back and do it again. So
And it's not inexpensive either.
Not at
no,
all.
it really is. When you're on a limited amount of money that never goes up, it's terrible.
Yeah.
This economy and the ones that have pets. So paper products we always need, and then things like Band-Aids they have to pay for over there too. So we have a lot of first aid kits because they're always getting a little scratch.
Right.
And then cat food. Cat food, cat litter, and cat treats. It's we never have enough of that. It's we have 8 cats at one facility, and it used to be that we were just a little bonus that we would just show up with cat food. Oh, great, that's awesome. But now it's a have to. I mean, if we don't show up with their food, they tell us they can't feed their cat. So we make
Wow.
sure that for a large majority of those, I mean, if we didn't do it, they wouldn't have a pet anymore, and that's really important. I love my cats, and they're no different than us. So.
Yeah.
We always need cat food, and certainly we have kids in the center all the time because a huge part of our mission is to connect kids with seniors, and that's how we got started. So anything that has to do with kids, construction paper, crayon, markers, the seniors love the things that I can't buy, which is art and homemade letters. And so when the kids come in our center, that's what we have them do, and we go through those really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And 3 wishes for Ruby's for Ruby's residence. Is it growing? You
It
said
is
you talked
growing.
about Louisiana and
Yeah.
different places. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We offer pop-up clubs. So anyone can host a 3 Wishes pop-up club, and we do about 1 a month. And so what that means is that someone, like our last one was in Whittier, California. It was actually an employee, and they were going to have a pretty bad Christmas. And so we helped them fulfill 3 wishes for every senior in that building.
Wow.
And so it's just a short-term way to get the seniors what they need, and it just takes someone on the inside or a volunteer that goes in and say, hey, what are the 3 things that you want? And for the seniors that can't talk, you need just get the staff nurse. They're really we did a lot of clothes, we did a lot of socks. For someone to tell you for the dementia patients what they really need. And so the list was great. We did that in Whittier, California, and then we did one in Jacksonville, Oregon, and Medford, Oregon. So it's a controlled, you have to be careful that you don't spread out too fast. There's more people that want to do this than we can help, but, we have a controlled rate and a plan moving forward so that we can we want to always bring the wow to what we do, and I feel like we can do that as long as we control how fast we grow, and the pop-up clubs has been a great way for us to do that.
That's exposure too.
It is. It really, and that's really what it's about. We get nothing from that. We get no money and no donations.
Yeah.
It's just simply
It's not about that,
it's
though.
a spark.
Yeah.
It truly is.
I mean,
And
maybe it'll catch on there,
and it will.
yeah.
And it will. And those employees
And that's
will tell
what the
other
point
people.
is, to help.
It
to help.
is. I just like to bring that into the conversation. I say it so much that I forget, but I think when people think about volunteer work, they think about homelessness and literacy and donating books and giving warm coats.
Yeah.
There's just so many popular things that come to mind, but nursing home seniors don't tend to fit into that conversation. And so when we do a pop-up club, I do think it reminds people of how easy it is to capture these 2 million people that live in long-term care
Yeah.
centers in America.
Yeah.
That is a
That's a
unbelievably
huge
number.
number.
It's twice as many number of homeless people that we have.
Right.
So it's a huge number, and it's a captive audience, and they're there 24 hours a day. So if we can show other people in other states how easy it is to do that and how great it feels to give back, I think we're all winning, and that's really our goal.
Well, the
Wow.
boomers are the biggest group so far, and I think that they're going to be more in nursing homes than ever before. So
I agree.
Yeah.
we're looking for that.
Yes.
I was going to ask a question and I forgot. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
How can people find you, and how
help,
can they help?
And help.
Well, we're located on the square. We're at 102 West Stevenson, and we're open weekdays from 12 to 5. We're closed right now for inventory, but most every day of the year you can find us there from noon to 5. And we would love to host your homeschool kids, or when Harrison School District gets out early on Tuesday, we would love for your kids to stop by. I think one of the biggest ways that our community can help us is with those things that money can't buy. It's the art and those papers, that the kids come home from school and they inevitably end up in the trash. I mean, our seniors put those on the walls, and I find them there 6 months later.
Wow.
Wow.
They think someone made that just for them.
Yeah.
So, and we have.
And they did.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
well,
did.
and it means so much. So you can reuse that art and be really impactful with it. And we even have a drop slot in our front door where people could just drop that off.
Okay.
Because I can buy the Debbie cakes, and there's things like that are easy to get, but those are much more difficult.
Okay.
And if they want to, we're really active on Facebook, and we have a lot of great stories. If you're one of those people that like to fill your soul with good stories, we're at 3 Wishes for Ruby's Residents on Facebook, and we try to put a few stories a week that are just really uplifting and to show not only what we do, but what you can do. You can do exactly what we're doing wherever you are. And we like to spark that in others. So we would love for you to follow that. And then our website is 3wishesproject.org.
Mm-hmm.
And people can go there and kind of see what we do from a structural standpoint, get to know our board members, and see what's coming next.
Okay. All right.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Thank
you're
you.
filling a need that
Sure.
that no one else has done.
No, it's
So-
it's untapped, and
Yeah.
we're all happy to do it. I'm just the mouthpiece, but it's been a beautiful journey to be a part of, and it's makes me happy to do
That's
it.
good.
So-
Well, we'll want you to come back.
Well, thank you. I'd love to be back. You guys are great. I'm happy to be here, and thank you
Thanks
for
so much.
asking me.
Thanks,
You bet.
Amanda. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll have more for you from around the table. Stay with us.
Freedom first.
And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have what is it? We got a good week this week. We're going to be off Wednesday.
We have a short week.
We got a shorter week than normal. We're going to be off Wednesday for the 4th of July.
Would you like to be on the 4th of July
I'm
already?
right out in the middle of the year already.
Let's just go with the New Year first.
New Year's first?
Yeah, let's start
Okay.
2025.
It'll be New Year's.
Are you going to have black-eyed peas?
You know, I don't know that custom. I mean, I've heard that before, and Kelly did that to me, and I go, what's the point of the black-eyed peas? I have no idea.
It's supposed to bring you good luck.
How
And
so?
my mom, I don't know. My mom used to make hog jowl in the oven, like bacon, like fry it up like bacon.
Yeah.
You're eating pure fat, people. I mean, I'd eat a bite. It wasn't my jam.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things. And what is the other? There's, I can't remember what. I don't know. The black-eyed peas. I made my kids eat at least one pea.
I like black-eyed peas. I'll eat them.
Eat some peas.
Well, if she
Put a little,
makes it, she wants to. I'm not
little
going to.
Japalino in there.
Jalapenos.
Put a little jalapeno bites in it.
Yeah. And now, can you just get those black-eyed peas just in a can somewhere?
You can. They have some that have the little chunks of jalapeno in them.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm going to do a pot and put like sausage in it. You know, like you would.
Okay. And you're going to do this.
That's my plan. Yeah.
And for what reason again? I'm lost with the reason.
Because it's
customary.
You're supposed to.
It's a customary thing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll get a report on the black-eyed peas taste testing after the fact on January 2nd, the day we come back, right?
Yes.
You're going to eat those on New Year's? Is that
yes.
How it's going to go? Do you have cornbread or anything else?
I think I'm going to make some cornbread probably.
Have a meat dish with it?
Well, I got the sausage in the...
And a side salad?
Maybe I don't know. We wouldn't eat all that if we had all that. You know what I mean? Richard and I don't have to have 2 or 3 different... Like, we'll eat...
Okay. You eat
meat
one...
and a salad. Or meat and a side and maybe a salad.
You don't do a 3 or 4 course?
No, ever.
What? Wow.
You don't either.
I don't.
So shut up. I don't. I just don't. I don't have that need or that.
Yeah.
That doesn't. I don't know. Sometimes I don't eat all I've got on my plate. So and I've learned that was a learning experience right there. You don't have to clean your plate.
Otherwise,
you do not have to clean your plate.
Otherwise, what?
Which part?
You gain weight.
Well, that's part of it. But I'm not hungry, so why would I keep eating? Just because it's there.
But you want to feel that overly full feeling.
No, I don't like that feeling anymore.
Where you have to lay back.
I don't like that anymore. I don't like that feeling.
Where you have to say, oh, I overate. Oh. And everybody in the room is going like, why do you do that?
And then you leave and you go to the bathroom and they all know.
Okay. All right.
Just keeping it real, people. Come on.
There's some nice after Christmas stories that come up.
Yes.
Yeah. And it kind of restores your faith in humanity a little bit when you hear good stories.
Yay for that.
A woman on TikTok posted that her the keyboard that she ordered for her 4-year-old daughter was missing from the box she got from Amazon. I guess a porch pirate maybe have taken it.
Wow.
She hopped online to quickly order another one, but it was Christmas Eve and no such luck. She turned to a local community Facebook group where a man said that he had the same keyboard and would be happy to give it to her.
Aww.
And to play it safe, she met him at a well-lit parking lot at 2 a.m., and he handed her the keyboard for free. 2 a.m. It was Christmas. It was a Christmas miracle for her and a memorable Christmas morning for her excited daughter. So her daughter would know that Santa was real. I would imagine that's why. That's all.
Probably.
That. Yeah. Anyway, that's a nice little story.
It is.
But did your mind go to thinking that was the guy that took the thing off her porch?
No.
Because it was an identical one.
I was just kind of flipping because she met him at 2 a.m.
Well, she was safe. She met him in a well-lit parking lot.
At 2 a.m. maybe.
2 a.m.
I'm not going at 2 a.m. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, she was more motivated by the keyboard.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she wanted
to fulfill her daughter's wish.
Yes.
To Santa.
Yes.
So, I guess that happened. It was a scary Christmas Eve for a pair of brothers in Utah. Do you
Yeah?
want to know why?
What were they doing?
They were riding snowmobiles in Logan Canyon when the younger brother triggered an avalanche riding across a slope. The guy got around it, but saw his older brother get swept away with 100 yards. Swept away more than 100 yards and dragged through a group of trees, bearing both the snowmobile and his brother. Their father tried to help, but got trapped in snow up to his waist.
Wow, can you imagine?
No. The younger brother saw 2 fingers sticking out of the snow and was able to dig out his older brother, who suffered a broken leg. The siblings and their dad were later able to ride out and get back on dry land. Wow. What a story, right?
Yeah, if he didn't see those 2 little fingers.
He would have been gone. He was smothered in the snow. That's just... And then you try to help. It's kind of like getting out on the pond because somebody fell in the ice and you fall in yourself. You know, you get...
And then another Christmas miracle for a family in Florida. On Christmas Eve, their missing 4-year-old German Shepherd, her name was Athena, came back home. Not only did Athena find her way back, but she also rang the doorbell.
I'm home.
And it was all captured on a Ring camera. The dog had been missing since November 15th.
December 15th.
Oh, I'm sorry, December 15th, and the whole community got involved in the search. Despite 9 days away, Athena appears to be in good health, and the family now plans to have the dog microchipped and spayed. Smart
Wouldn't
move.
you like to know where that dog went?
Uh-oh.
I think that would be interesting to...
Gonna have her spayed. Now,
What? What?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess just for security, right? Or
Well, so maybe she doesn't wander off to go find him.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe she was at a Christmas dog party. And
Maybe she stayed for 9 days. Maybe
she
it was
got
a
disoriented.
binger. Maybe it was a binger.
A binge. That's it.
It was a binger, and she had to stay. And she didn't have her cell phone on her to call her mom and daddy to say, come and get me.
And she kept pushing that microchip, and there was none there to activate it.
See? We're trying to tell you, you should get yourselves microchip. Get your pets microchipped. Okay, people have way too much time on your hands. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, the British speed eater Leah Skukiva just won a Guinness World.
What?
Skukiva.
Oh, okay.
Shukiva just won a Guinness World Record title for consuming almost 2 ounces of green cotton candy.
2 ounces?
I don't know how much that would
sounds like
equate to. Or candy floss, as she calls it, in under 60 seconds. Yeah, that's it. The competitive eater has also set records for eating 19 chicken nuggets in 1 minute and 10, count them, 10 jelly donuts in 3 minutes.
Well, I bet
Can
she had
you
a
imagine?
sugar rush.
Well, I'm trying to equate how much 3 ounces would be of cotton candy.
3 ounces.
Because you could take a whole thing like they do at the fair.
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
rip all that off and cram it in your mouth and be gone, melted pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well.
Anyway, we'll have to take a break, and then we'll come back. We got more silliness for you in just a few minutes. Stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back. Righty. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have just a few more minutes remaining in today's show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this morning. What do you need?
Turn me up.
Oh.
Turn me on.
I was
Thank you.
turning you up there.
Thank you. We were riding our horses during that.
Yeah. Well, we had to let it run for another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
For our television.
Yes, we have a viewing
Break in.
audience as well, on TV. So we like for everybody to be on the same page.
Yes.
So, have you ever searched for, do you believe in Sasquatch? Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah, I'd love for them to find something like a
Who
hair
decided
follicle
to make it up
or
anyway? You know why? I guess people have made up other animals. I mean, why would somebody make it up?
yeah, like a Loch Ness monster. All those things,
Yeah.
you wonder what. Let's see one. Come on.
Like, I really want to see the thing.
You guys have these reality TV shows. Let's see something.
Exactly.
I mean, the only
Some
thing
kind of proof.
the only thing they've got is something growling out in the woods, and they could make that up. They could go in the studio
Right.
and put two animals together and say, whatever.
There's Bigfoot in here,
That
y'all.
was
That's
Bigfoot.
freaky.
Wow, I just made a new Bigfoot sound.
Well, it's too bad that these two guys that are searching for Sasquatch aren't here, because they could take you away.
What happened? What happened to him?
They were found dead in Washington State Forest on Saturday. The men, aged 59 and 37, were supposed to return home Christmas Eve, and when they didn't, their families reported them missing. The sheriff's office believes the men died from exposure as they seem unprepared for the brutal weather conditions. And we're guessing Bigfoot is still out there somewhere down.
Oh, of course.
But they were out searching for Bigfoot. Or do you think they were really searching
Wow.
for Bigfoot?
I
think they were just out having a
stories like
heyday.
this. You wonder, did they get lost? Did they?
Well, it says they weren't prepared for the brutal weather.
Oh,
so maybe they froze to death.
Maybe they didn't know the weather was going to be bad.
Maybe.
Weather is a killer for, in this case, absolutely. And that's what happens to pilots. Sometimes they will not look at the weather, or the weather will drastically change, and they're flying, and they're all of a sudden in the middle of weather, and they can't land, and they end up, having to make an emergency landing or crash or whatever.
Ugh.
Scary stuff.
Wow, Dan, what a way to...
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, thanks for enlightening us all with that bright story.
Let's see. Texas cheerleader allegedly kills rival's show goat, is what it says here. A 17-year-old Texas cheerleader is facing felony charges for poisoning a show goat with pesticide, leaving the poor animal bellowing in pain
that's
before
horrid.
dying. Aubrey Van Landingham was the president of the Full Future Farmers of America Club and loved parading her pet goat Lucy in animal shows across the state. She thought another girl with a goat was cheating, and she admitted to the police that she injected a toxic pesticide into the goat, Willie. Willie's 15-year-old owner is devastated, and Van Landingham is now facing up to 2 years in jail, and she was charged with cruelty to livestock. There's no motive here. I didn't see the motive other than she was jealous, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
That's awful, y'all. That's just... Give me a break. I mean, come on. It's... Okay,
Yep.
There's just a lot of crud in the world, right?
A lot of crud.
Yeah. So, do you know what today is, Dan?
Today is...
Times Square ball drop test. Got to make sure
They're going to drop the ball to see if
they're
it
going
falls?
to test it and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I
yeah.
guarantee if you pull that little hook,
That it'll
it's going to
drop.
fall.
Today's when they test the Times Square New Year's Eve ball. They will hoist it up the 130-foot pole and light the 32,000 LEDs that make up those Waterford crystals twinkle like a bedazzled phone case. They'll even do a dry run of the ball drop to make sure everything is working right for tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I did not know they tested it, but okay.
Okay. And also, we did a story last week, I think, and it was like 23 tons this thing is?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Extremely heavy.
Because they were giving away the prisms.
Right. It's also Falling Needles Family Fest Day.
What is that?
It's time to throw out that Christmas tree.
I read too. You could give it to like the game and fish or whatever, and they'll put them for a habitat
Oh,
for
that's right.
fish into the lake.
They
Your
put 'em
live
in the
tur-
lake, yeah.
they'll put it in the lake.
National Bacon Day.
Okay.
That's every day for some people, right?
Probably. Not in my house, but yes.
You like bacon?
I do like bacon, but I don't eat it.
We had
often.
wrapped. We had shrimp wrapped with bacon and a piece of pineapple in it for an appetizer.
Well, you had me till pineapple. But anyway, I don't like pineapple.
What you do is you put it in your mouth and spit the pineapple out.
Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, y'all.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.